Hello, I'm Rachel Green, Commissioning Editor at Oxford University Press. Welcome to this webinar, What's Next After Phonics? We're going to talk you through a couple of options to consider once your children in Year 2 or Primary 3 in Scotland have finished Read Write Inc Phonics. Those are Read Write Inc Comprehension and Read Write Inc Spelling. In 2018, we published a new edition of Read Write Inc Comprehension, and I'm going to explain to you how you can use it to follow on from the Phonics programme. Read Write Inc Comprehension has been developed to increase children's reading fluency, their knowledge and their comprehension, and uses 14 weekly modules. Read Write Inc Comprehension can be used as a bridge from Read Write Inc Phonics to Read Write Inc Literacy and Language, or whatever your class literacy programme is going to be. It can be used by children in Year 1 or Primary 2 in Scotland who finish phonics in Term 3, or by children in Year 2 or Primary 3 before they begin Read Write Inc Literacy and Language, or by Years 3 to 6, Primary 4 to 7 children as a bridge into literacy and language. Read Write Inc Comprehension uses many of the key teaching strategies from the phonics programme, such as My Turn, Your Turn, Turn to Your Partner, Partner Talk, and partner practice to maintain children's progress. The 14 modules contain a variety of fiction and non-fiction texts, which will improve children's subject knowledge, and children gain experience of reading both types of texts. And as well as developing children's reading fluency and comprehension, the programme has been developed to improve children's writing by developing their vocabulary and their grammar and spelling. This is the teaching sequence, and as in the phonics programme, what you do for one book, or in this case one module, you do for all modules, following the same pattern of activities. You'll find detailed lesson plans for all of the activities in the Comprehension Handbook. There are blueprint lesson plans for all of the activities which tell you how to teach the activities, and then module lesson plans which tell you what specifically to teach in each activity for each module. So for example, in the blueprint lesson plan, we explain how to teach the activity Hold a Sentence. In the module lesson plan for Module 5, for example, we tell you what the particular sentence for Module 5 is. So looking at the teaching sequence, each module starts by the teacher posing a big question, which is a philosophical question, such as, if you were given just one wish, what would your family want you to wish for? Or, how do you know if someone is a true friend? And this big question introduces and relates to the main text in Module 1, Text 1. It challenges children to think about a moral question raised by the text. Moving on in the teaching sequence to developing comprehension. Children read Text 1 3 times and answer quick check questions to check their literal understanding of the text. There are questions to talk about that children answer through discussion, and questions to write about where children compose written responses. So when children are working on Text 1, the focus is on developing their comprehension. Then they move to looking at a second text, Text 2, which shares a common theme with Text 1. The focus is now on improving grammar and vocabulary, which is box 3 on the teaching sequence. There are 3 vocabulary activities based on Text 2. Let's have a quick look at a couple of them. In the first activity here, children read each paragraph and decide the best word from a choice of 3 on the left, in this case the best word to describe Anansi. In the second vocabulary activity, children identify words on the right of the text that are closest in meaning to the words underlined in each paragraph. They then discuss the words with their partner and have to justify their choice. There are also 6 grammar activities in each module called Think About Grammar, and the activities draw on the English National Curriculum grammar requirements. So in Activity 1, it's identifying adjectives, nouns and noun phrases in the sentences. Activity 2 looks at tenses, changing past to present, and Activity 3 is on adverbs. There are also activities on adding missing punctuation, conjunctions, and identifying different sentence types. If you're teaching in England, you'll recognise these types of activities from the Key Stage 1 Grammar, Punctuation and Spelling Test. These activities follow the same sequence in every module, so you can be sure children get plenty of practice for the test. Okay, so back to the teaching sequence. Now on box 4, where we embed spelling. There are 3 spelling activities in each module, which revise graphemes from the English National Curriculum Year 1 and introduce new graphemes from the National Curriculum Year 2 spelling requirements. In the final part of the teaching sequence, children write a composition drawn from the ideas in text 2. Then children work with their partners to proofread their compositions for correct spelling and punctuation. And finally, the class reviews their response to the big question posed on day 1 to see if they have changed their thoughts on it. So that's a quick summary of the teaching sequence. Let's now look at the suggested timetable. It's a 5-day timetable, like in the higher levels of the Phonics programme, and I'm sure you'll recognise a lot of the activities. The ones highlighted in yellow are all used in the Phonics programme. So you'll see we have a quick check of the speed sounds, hold a sentence, spell green words, red rhythms for spelling red words, and so on. We also have the same composition and proofread activities. Composition is the same as the write about activity in the Phonics and follows the same 6 steps of 1. Explain the context, set the scene of what the children are going to write about. 2. Tell the children what they are going to be writing about. 3. Ask children questions and encourage them to respond in role and then build one of the replies into a sentence orally. 4. Demonstrate how to write that sentence. 5. Children make their own sentence and write it down. 6. Repeat with some more of the questions. So Comprehension's a supportive programme for children who are secure in their reading accuracy but who need to increase their reading fluency and their comprehension of and response to fiction and non-fiction texts. And it's been developed to improve children's writing by developing their vocabulary, grammar and spelling knowledge. So I hope I've shown you how the Comprehension programme provides a transition from read-writing phonics. As it links so well with the activities in the Phonics, there's that familiarity with effective activities that we know works so well in the Phonics programme and are still helpful for children's literacy development for reading, writing, vocabulary, spelling and grammar. I'd now like to talk you through another option to consider once your children have finished read-writing phonics, which is read-writing spelling. Read-writing spelling is a comprehensive spelling programme made up of 15-minute daily sessions for years 2 to 6 or primary 3 to 7 in Scotland. It has been designed to help pupils meet the more demanding spelling requirements of the English National Curriculum. The programme consists of a teaching handbook, 1 pupil practice book per year group, but with 2 for year 2, 3 logbooks for sending home, 1 for year 2, primary 3, and 1 each for years 3 to 4, primary 4 to 5, and years 5 to 6, primary 6 to 7. And finally there's the Read-Writing Spelling online subscription. Read-Writing Spelling uses many of the familiar key teaching strategies like my turn, your turn to your partner, etc. It also builds on the spelling activities already familiar from the Phonics programme. For example, children are already familiar with red words being those that are difficult to spell. Here we identify words containing unusual graphemes and tricky spellings as red and orange words. The dictation activity builds on the hold a sentence activity in phonics, and dots and dashes draws on children's knowledge of sound grapheme correspondences. It's also worth highlighting the cumulative knowledge and progression through the programme, which is a key feature of read-writing phonics. This is the teaching sequence, and as in the Phonics programme, all units follow the same pattern of activities. You'll find detailed lesson plans for all the activities in the Read-Writing Spelling Teaching Handbook, but unlike other read-writing programmes, there is only 1 blueprint lesson plan that covers all units and all year groups. One of the great features of the spelling programme is that all activities are taught in the same way, whether it's a Year 2 unit or a Year 6 one. All unit-specific information can be found in the pupil practice books and online. Let's look at the teaching sequence in more detail. Each unit begins with a visit to the spelling zone. Each of these spelling zone videos features a spelling star alien character who introduces the spelling focus for that unit. Children will then find this activity in their practice books and remind themselves of the key information before completing some short activities. Children will continue to practice the words they are learning in dots and dashes, which helps children match speed sounds to graphemes, and word changes, which looks at root words and adding suffixes or prefixes. Next, children consolidate their learning in dictation, where partners take it in turns to read sentences aloud for their partners to write. And choose the right word, where children must complete the sentences by choosing between different words from the same word family. Children have ample practice of writing the words containing the spelling rules through the speed spell, 4 in a row, and team teach activities, and their learning is continually reviewed through rapid recaps, dedicated consolidation days, and regular practice tests. Children take ownership of their own learning, choosing which words they find particularly tricky to write in their logbooks, and practice these at school and at home. Read Writing Spelling Online is used throughout the programme. As well as the introductory Spelling Zone videos, you will find pre-programme assessment activities and tests, activity answer files for display, word banks, and a large number of consolidation sessions and practice tests. And now, Read Writing Spelling Online also includes an extra practice zone where children can apply their learning through completing interactive activities which can be accessed in school and at home. If you type Extra Practice Zone into the search bar, you will see there's a wide range of activities, and these focus on the areas children find particularly tricky in spelling and need extra practice in. There are over 1,000 activity screens, so it's a significant addition to the spelling programme, which should help your children make even better progress in consolidating their spelling. The activities are interactive and self-marking. You can do the activities with the whole class, or you can set up a class login so the children can do them at home. As with Phonics and Comprehension, the Read Writing Spelling Teaching Handbook contains suggested timetables, and it includes 6-week plans, making it simple to implement. However, these can be used flexibly, so activities could be completed in a different order, or one unit could be taught in more or less time than the suggested week. Special focus sessions, which look at particular areas that can be confusing, for example, homophones, silent letters and contractions, as well as optional consolidation sessions, are incorporated into the 6-week plans. So Read Writing Spelling is a structured programme designed to progress children through the spelling requirements of the English National Curriculum quickly but successfully, with plenty of consolidation opportunities to ensure deeper understanding. If you want to find out more, you can sign up to get a free sample module from Read Writing Comprehension and Read Writing Spelling. Just follow the link on screen. Before you go, for those based in England, you might like to hear about the Oxford National Curriculum tests. These tests enable schools to accurately assess their pupils' knowledge and application of reading, maths, grammar, punctuation and spelling curriculum content from Years 2 to Year 6. You can also receive free access to an online analysis tool with easy-to-interpret reports to help you to monitor pupil progress, inform future teaching and benchmark results. You can find out more at www.oxfordprimary.co.uk/ONCT.